What drives a person to commit unthinkable crimes? Is it their upbringing, their environment, or something darker lurking within them? Let's journey back to the early 20th century in Italy, where a young woman named Leonardo Cianciulli was grappling with the harsh realities of life. Raised amidst hardship and uncertainty, Leonardo's struggles were further compounded by the heart-wrenching pain of repeated miscarriages and infant deaths. This unfortunate cycle of loss led to an escalating fear of curses and a growing superstition that consumed her. Her life became a constant battle to protect her surviving children, a battle that twisted her psyche in unimaginable ways. This obsession, combined with her superstitious beliefs, would later become the driving force behind her heinous acts. As Leonardo's fear and desperation grew, so did the darkness within her. In the heart of Montella, Italy, a sinister tale was slowly taking shape, one that would shock the world. Behind the facade of a loving mother and a friendly neighbor, Leonardo was concocting a recipe for horror. As the year 1939 rolled in, Leonardo Cianciulli embarked on a chilling spree of murder, claiming the lives of 3 unsuspecting women by 1940. These were not random acts of violence, oh no, but meticulously planned and executed, with a gruesome twist that would send shivers down one's spine. Leonardo lured her victims with the promise of friendship and hospitality, a fatal trap that they walked into, unknowing and unsuspecting. Once she had them in her clutches, Leonardo would murder them, and then, in an unthinkable act of desecration, she would use their bodies to create soap and tea cakes. A horrifying concoction, a gruesome blend of the mundane and the monstrous. Her victims' bodies, so cruelly taken from them, were transformed into everyday household items, a chilling testament to Leonardo's twisted sense of irony. And all the while, Leonardo maintained the facade of a caring mother and neighbor, even gifting the very soap she had crafted from her victims to friends and family. A symbol of cleanliness and purity, now a macabre souvenir of her horrific deeds. Her friends, family, and neighbors, they all unsuspectingly used the soap, oblivious to the sinister secret it held. Little did anyone suspect that Leonardo's homemade soap was a macabre souvenir of her ghastly deeds. When the horrifying truth came to light, it sent shockwaves across Italy and beyond. The once trusted and respected Leonardo Cianciulli was now the center of a gruesome investigation. As the authorities closed in, Leonardo remained eerily calm, confessing to her unspeakable crimes with an unsettling nonchalance. The details of her confession were bone-chilling. She spoke of her victims, local women she had befriended, then betrayed in the most horrific way. The very soap that had once washed their hands, the tea cakes they'd enjoyed at Leonardo's kitchen table, were now evidence of their gruesome ends. The disbelief was palpable. The shock that swept through her community was like a cold winter wind, chilling to the bone. The friendly neighbor, the loving mother, was now a monster in the eyes of her community. Her heinous acts had transformed her from a respected figure into a symbol of horror. Leonardo Cianciulli, the friendly neighbor and loving mother, was now Italy's most infamous female serial killer. Behind bars, Leonardo would continue to captivate and horrify the world. The confines of prison did little to silence her. Instead, they provided a stage from which she could recount her chilling narrative. She committed her experiences to paper, writing her memoirs, a tale that would leave an indelible mark on criminal history. Despite the gruesome nature of her crimes, there was a cultural fascination with her case. A horrifying mix of domesticity turned sinister, superstition, and murder, Leonardo's story held a morbid allure. It was a grotesque peek into the psyche of a woman who had allowed fear and superstition to guide her to the darkest corners of humanity. In her writings, Leonardo presented herself as a victim of her own beliefs, a prisoner long before her capture. She painted a picture of a woman driven to the edge by her struggle with motherhood and a deep-seated fear of losing her remaining children. It was a narrative that, while not absolving her of her crimes, offered a glimpse into the complexities of her psychological state. Her story also sparked conversations about the intersection of superstition and crime, shedding light on how deeply ingrained beliefs can lead individuals down a path of unthinkable actions. Leonardo Cianciulli's story serves as a chilling reminder of the depths to which human beings can sink, driven by fear, superstition, and a twisted sense of love.